Today on the Suburban Pilgrim Show, we officially hit the road as full-time traveling nomads.
What?
Our first adventure takes us from San Diego to Yosemite.
Oh, nice!
The trip there, however, went anything but as planned. Keys in the car, it's a good time. But once we make it, we are in heaven. All that plus so much more on this episode of the Suburban Pilgrim Show. Good morning, all. Well, it might not be morning where you're at. It's definitely morning where I'm at. Welcome to the Suburban Pilgrim Show. We have a fantastic show for you here today. Like, really good. The best one ever. I think I'm gonna break this show into like 2 or maybe 3 pieces. I don't know how much we'll get into today. It's gonna be a big action-packed show. And so this episode, we're gonna go into a little bit about Yosemite. We'll show you some pretty images and that sort of thing. But we're gonna start this show with how we got here. Okay, you wanna tell them, buddy?
We're officially leaving to Yosemite right now.
We're officially leaving. This is the big day. Is that all we're gonna say? That was more than enough. Let's begin about a week ago, actually, when we had our last meal before we became full-time nomadic traveling family folk. Final meal, a Chick-fil-A meal before we hit the road. What are we doing tomorrow? Actually, tonight. Give them a little rundown.
Go to a hotel.
We're leaving tonight, and then we're gonna go stay the night at hotel, right? And then we're gonna be on our way to Yosemite.
You excited, Z?
Mm-hmm.
Our final meal, the Last Supper, before we hit the road. We had our last meal, packed up the trailer, and we're heading out. And we stopped off at my workplace for just to say goodbye to a few more people. And then we're heading out that night to head up to a halfway point between San Diego and Yosemite. But before we could actually hit the road, we ran into our first little hiccup. Where did I have it? So it's our last night. We're about to drive away. We're spending 2 days to get to Yosemite. This is the last night with Victor Baxter here. Keys in the car. It's a good time. So, how's the first night of freedom, everybody? What? Why? This is kind of fun. I'm sort of enjoying this.
Not to stay here.
Yeah, we do.
Go. Hit the road.
It's kind of fun.
Hit the road.
Hit the road, Jack. Victor's going to be in a lot of our film. The Adventures of Victor. Right.
You know what?
Ooh, look at that house back there.
If I have to admit, if I have to be honest, I think it was Jason. Because I was concerned of where you were.
Right.
And we got out of the car like, where
Wait,
is he?
where is he?
Victor was afraid he was going to be left with me.
Hold on.
He was like,
Take your wife
Where?
back. There's a bridge behind me. That's how cool this place is. So after we officially hit the road, we thought, well, the hiccup's behind us. We got a late start, but whatever. We should be good, smooth sailing, right? Nope. We did a lot of research before we head out to find out what the best route was to take. We wanted the most, like best roads. We wanted there to be like not too much climbing, not too many steep hills. Like what's the most moderate, best way to go when towing a trailer. So we found that route. Everything looked great. Everything was great up until we hit a sign that said road closed ahead and realized that the highway we wanted to take was closed down. No information, just blocked off, closed. Take this route. And that route was great.
So we're driving to Yosemite, and what road was it? The road was closed. So we asked.
the original highway.
We were taking the original highway to Yosemite, which
One
steep hills, windy and
You got the young girls all gone mad. Young girls say they treat them nice. Make Trinidad like paradise.
so we started out down this alternative route which took us up the old highway. Now, the old highway started out with this very narrow 2-lane highway, but then quickly went into a single lane, almost gravel type road for a long ways. At one point driving down, this road at 10 miles an hour, this truck hauling some wood comes by and the guy's like, "Hey, watch out for the cows ahead." I'm like, the cows ahead? Yeah, there were cows.
Go down Point Kuna, both mother and daughter, working for the Yankee dollar.
So we finally make it out to another larger highway, but this larger highway was one that we had read about. And what we had read said, don't take this route with a trailer. It's crazy steep and really windy. And we found that it was crazy steep and really windy. It was a 7% grade down, then back up. It was not a fun time. Literally though, while we were climbing up this crazy steep grade with huge drop-offs next to us, our kids were in the back watching the movie with Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz called The Long, Long, Long Trailer. There's a scene at the end of that movie where Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball are climbing this crazy steep grade with their trailer. We were doing the exact same thing at the exact same time. It was kind of hilarious. Although neither my wife and I were laughing at that point. Made a couple stops along the way. We stopped in a little town called Tulare on the way. Stayed in a hotel, had a good time there. One advantage to having your house with you while you're shopping at Target is that you can buy some groceries and put them away in your kitchen while you're in the Target parking lot. It's just another advantage to it. So Jared, I feel like we've left our old home and we've so far on our adventure spent time at Target and Starbucks. We haven't done anything different.
And we're in the town of Tulare, which we always stop in.
Yep.
Very adventurous, yeah.
Very adventurous.
Slept in the car.
Tomorrow the real
No
adventure
sleep.
begins. But when we finally made it to Yosemite, it was so worth it. Are we happy?
We're happy.
Miss Rose?
It's cold, but it's incredible. Like, you look up pictures and stuff and everyone knows Yosemite, it has the big mountains, but like when you're here, it's like, it's real. You get to experience it all. Like,
And isn't
for
it, like,
yourself.
so-
It's so cool.
Much better than the pictures.
It's a little bit better than the pictures.
Pictures don't quite do it justice. Well, we are in Yosemite Valley and it's just unreal. There's Half Dome right there behind me. Not bad. So, we're just hanging out with the kids, exploring, hiking around. My wife Danielle is in paradise. She's leaving us behind. She's just out of here. That's just amazing. This is like our paradise. Oh. So, we'll be here for the whole day into our night hike tonight. Look at that. Half Dome. We have so much more for you coming up next week, where we'll be sharing our actual trip here and sharing our adventures here and what we've been doing, what we've been seeing. It's been just absolutely gorgeous. Tons of fun things. It's been an awesome time. So tune in next week. Here's a little sneak peek at what next week's gonna look like. That's pretty good. We decided to buy some real estate here in Yosemite. Not a bad place to stay.
No, I mean, look at that view. If you had a room like this.
Beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous day.